This video is on a new feature that we just recently created called Bulletins. In order to interact with the bulletin in itself, you have to log in and you just click on Bulletin. And when you click on a bulletin, it will go to your page. You click on the plus button, and that's how you create a new bulletin. You just need the bulletin title, the message itself, and also the date when the message will expire. And you can also attach a flyer, and this is how you create a bulletin. It's different from the events that normally needs a person who is presenting, but just for bulletin, this could be any messages that you need to send to your church members. And so once you create a bulletin or a message itself and hit submit, the members will immediately get it on their cell phone. They will see the information immediately. So this is very different from the event itself that needs a coordinator or a presenter, and you can invite people to register for the event. But with bulletin, it's just like a bulletin board. You just where you paste information for members to see. It's the same thing here. Once you create it and hit submit, then they will get it. It will only disappear from their screen when it's expired. So here's an example of a bulletin that I created recently. And so if you notice, it will show you the title of the bulletin when it's expiring, and the content, and also who created it, from which ministry. Right? You can edit it. If I edit it here, because I'm the one who created it, it'll show you where the information is. You can also edit the content, attach flyers, and you can say, I'm not going to save this because I did not modify it. But if I go home, this is where it will show up in the scroller. All the messages scroll across. If you notice, this is the bulletin. It will say bulletin expires on. So all bulletin information will say bulletin expires on. For events, it will say events itself. So that's how you differentiate between the ones that are for events and the ones that are for bulletin. So like this one, it says event is on, and it gives you the date of the event itself. So that's how you differentiate between the ones that are events and the ones that are for bulletin. The same thing applies if it's an event. If a bulletin does not have a flyer, then you will see the word of the bulletin itself, summary. But if it have a flyer, then you will only see the flyer itself. So again, you can click on it there, and it will take you back to where you can see the details of the bulletin. And so this is a new feature. I notice a lot of churches need this information. They don't want to create an event, but they want to create just a simple bulletin and broadcast a message to all the church members. And so once the person who creates this, everybody will get it on their phone. And again, as I mentioned, you can also share these events with members from other churches, or even friends who are not part of the system. If you click here, it shows you the current bulletins. If I click there, it shows you the past bulletins. So here's an event that has been passed. The time has expired. And if you see here, this is how if you attach a flyer, that's how it will look. You can click here to share this bulletin information with other churches in the area. That is, if you want to share something with churches, you can do that from here, or even with the whole conference itself. So this is if, for example, the leader of the conference wants to send a message to all churches. Then once they do that, then all churches will get that information itself popping up on their phone. Also, you can email this to people who are not part of this system. They don't have a logging into this application. You can, once you enter their name and their email address and you hit submit, then they will get a copy in their email of this bulletin itself. Right, so again, in the message area of the bulletin, you can type anything you want, any messages, the system will just send it out just as is. Right, so that is it for bulletins.